After a 2-year absence, University is returning to the state Final Four after a 4-0 win over arch rival Lake Catholic on Friday night in the Kent District Final. As critical as I've been lately of the Preppers in some facets, I'm going to be effusive in praise tonight. They were just outstanding when they needed to be. A sharp performance, a commanding performance right when they needed it. They clearly learned their lesson after that semifinal win over Gilmore and played very well consistently for 3 periods in this hockey game, and that's a credit to those boys in the locker room for turning the page and doing a great job when they needed it most on this big stage at Kent. After a scoreless opening period, 2 key sequences to kind of get control for the Preppers. First, that opening goal by Nick Muha. It's always great this time of year from a U.S. point of view to see different guys. They have a funny way of getting different guys lighting the lamp who may not necessarily otherwise do so during the course of the year. Nick came up with a big goal there. He should be very proud of his efforts on this night. And then I think really the one that dictated this hockey game was that penalty shot early in the second period. You don't want the puck in anybody else's control if you're Lake Catholic other than Alex Piazza. That's the guy you want. He's one of the best forwards in the state for a reason. But that was a big statement opportunity for Lake and for U.S. goaltender Alex Silver between the pipes. And Alec did a really nice job turning away Alex at the right bar to keep it a 1-0 game. You could sense the momentum really shifting in U.S.'s favor after that sequence, and then they're able to build a 2-0 lead there later in the period. Ryan Gorbett with a gorgeous feed across his zone to Robbie Ngolia, and Ngolia buries it for a 2-0 lead. And then there in the third period, Lake just had a tough time getting pucks to the net. Charlie Denner did an outstanding job keeping that a 2-0 game as long as he could, keeping it manageable for Lake, but unfortunately they just really struggled in the first half of that third period in getting pucks to the net, and U.S. was able to take control from there. And Ngolia with another tally to make it 3-0, and then Evan Kruger with an empty netter to make it 4-0 for the final margin. But just a commanding, outstanding performance by U.S. in all facets. The forward play was outstanding. The forecheck in the second period was just unbelievably good. Silver was great when he needed to be. The blue line play was very good. Matt Yapko was solid. A guy like Lachlan Evans I thought was outstanding in this hockey game as well. Just a lot of great individual performances adding up to a great team performance for the boys from Hunting Valley, and they should be very proud of the work they put in. And as far as Lake Catholic goes, yeah, it's tough after going to state last year, coming up a game short this year, but this group did a really nice job all year long. Ryan O'Kickey did a great job molding this group. Predominantly young team, really came together, and this senior class is going to be tough to replace. Guys like Alex Piazza, Charlie Denner, Chris Sennel, Danny Bruss, other than Chris Sennel, of course, who just came in this year from Mayfield. Those other 3 guys were a key part of that first ever state Final Four team for Lake last year, and I got to say, in 15 years of covering area hockey for the News-Herald, this might be my favorite senior class from Lake Catholic. Just high character kids who did a great job building the program, and they can hold their heads high for the contribution that they made in really raising the bar for Lake Catholic in hockey and getting them to state for the first time. But U.S. is on their way to the Final Four, and it's well deserved after a 4-0 win over Lake on Friday night.